Did it!
Let's fucking go!
What the heck is wrong with this kid?
Let's go, baby.
He's gotta be
See you
hurt.
guys over there checking out the new truck, eh?
What kind of truck is those?
Oh, hey,
Why does he
what's
have
up?
two white
You like my
trucks
spaceship?
with no doors?
Goes to the
What
moon.
the heck? Is that a hole in the bed? Hey, just kidding, guys. Welcome to Draw My Vehicles Challenge, of course, presented to you by Bert Builds. Now, of course, starting out our story, we have to talk about Ford. Found on road dead, or fix or repair daily, as they say. And, well, why does that mean something to me? That would turn most normal people away, would it not? Well, to me, I love it, and I love them, all the Fords. So, starting out our story, you'll have to excuse my artistic ability, as it is pretty poor, boys. Pretty poor. I honestly can't even draw a sun in a simple landscape. But, bear with me here, as I doodle myself in this silly stick figure format, with my little spiky do and sort of frown that's usually a smile. I try to keep a smile on my face anyway, it's all about the people. But, as you can see, Bob the Builder. My name is Bob, and that was one of my favorite shows as a kid growing up. I was actually Bob the Builder for a couple Halloweens in a row, and I was blessed enough to grow up with a big backyard that had lots of trees, and I could build tree houses and sheds, and really that was my main specialty, was sheds. And I learned pretty young that there's a process and a method to doing things. And you have to sort of follow that, and it's up to you if you want to get a project done. So, welcome, boys. Of course, my name is Robert, aka Bert Builds, but I'm actually named after my wonderful grandfather, who was a mechanic for 54 years at Muzzy Ford in Needham, Massachusetts. Yes, you heard me correctly. That is 54 years at Muzzy Ford in Needham, Massachusetts. We called him Grampy, and he was great. He really is what enabled my entire YouTube channel to become of existence, and why anybody really knows who I am. But I owe a lot to him, and I really do miss him, as he passed away almost a year ago now. But it's always just been me and my sister Emma, and my two parents, my mom and my dad. They're the best, and we have the happiest little family. But starting out our story, we have, of course, young me, in 2016, fresh off getting a license, whirled at his fingers, ready to go out and cause some trouble. Now, of course, I was telling my sister, I want to drive to school. It's my truck. I need to be the one to go into the parking spot. I'm the cool cat in the family. And, of course, my sister, she was cool, and she actually let that happen. She's never really busted my balls about too much, and I really do owe her quite a bit for that. But we started driving to school, and all was great for a couple of years, and I kinda came to the realization that school, it wasn't for me. I never really got into trouble, but I was always out doing something I shouldn't be doing. Drinking beer, smoking, partying, the usual 17-year-old lifestyle, fresh off getting a license and thinking the world is at his fingers with something to prove. Anyway, we learned pretty fast that that's not really what life is about, and that wasn't really what our goals or achievements included. So pretty quickly, I gave up all sports, pretty much just did the bare minimum in school, and I started working with my uncle. I picked up a hammer and some wrenches and started doing whatever he told me, really. And in high school, it was honestly the greatest gig ever, and I loved it so much. I was making money, I was kinda having fun with my time. I was thinking this is what life is. This is what the key to success is. I have it good here. I can get in young. This is what I want to do. I could see the future. So we come along to graduation, 2018. Only 4.5 years ago now. Really, it does not seem like too long ago, but COVID hit, 2020. That's really what started my YouTube endeavors. Of course, we come to 2022, where we have the full Bert Builds channel that we have now for you guys to watch. I kind of wrote down a lot of stuff, and didn't end up really sticking to my script here, but you guys can go back and watch all the videos. We've had 10 trucks in 2 years. I'm not kidding you. Well, 10 vehicles. I think 6 or 7 of them were trucks. But we still have 4 of them. I don't even know what they are, so you gotta look me up and make sure you find out. You can see where we started, where we've gone, and where we're going, really, so make sure you like, subscribe, share. Of course, this isn't the end of the full video. I have a lot of, not really points to make, but I have a lot of potential that's untapped that I need to show you guys. People say I'm a wannabe Whistling Diesel, and that was a complete accident. It's literally just because I painted the side of my truck. And I guess that was on purpose, but the rest was kind of history, and it fell into place, so I'm happy. It's a accidental blessing, as I always tell myself. There's a lot more to my story, and I'm gonna do a full Draw My Life video eventually, once I learn how to edit a little better, but right now we're kind of taking things one step at a time, taking it slow and trying to do right, do better. Not a lot of people out there understand that, but it's Sunday. I'm going to the Patriots game. I'm gonna post this video and see what happens. Maybe some people will watch it, maybe they won't. Maybe they'll look up the square body paint job, or the Cummins King Ranch build, or the 6.0 King Ranch build, or the Lariat Limited build, or who knows. Now, of course, my original idea for this video, just like my original idea for everything, kind of takes some lefts and rights. It doesn't always end up exactly where it is, but it's a happy accident, just like I said in the beginning. Here's my ad, only for sale to Cody from Whistling Diesel. Zero chance anyone else is buying it, even if Cody is scared to buy it. But, as in you could have a GTR and 500k cash, your name isn't Cody, you're not buying it. For some reason, Facebook is the only platform that pictures and things, or in general, gain attention, mainly due to the fact that every person shits on every other person's stuff. And I've seen some crazy Facebook comments. I'm sure you guys have too, but that's because people actually treat Facebook like it's reality for some reason. Even people don't do that on YouTube. They don't do that on TikTok. And they definitely don't do that on Instagram. But for Facebook, for some reason, Facebook is literally like a connection of your inner soul. Like, people live and die and breathe Facebook. Like, their whole life is Facebook. And I'm not that young. I'm young. But, like, I've been around since the beginning of Facebook. I remember MySpace. And look at this. This is a page somebody made for my truck because I posted it. They said Whistling Diesel's gonna suck his pecker, blah blah. And that's an actual Facebook page. Like, you can type in my name and that's like a page you can follow, but it's not me, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Just like all the Facebook pages where I actually sell my stuff. Sure, there's a lot of people following them, but it doesn't actually make any sense to me. Whose page is it? How do I become an admin? Am I an admin myself? I don't know. Who knows? It is really the most confusing thing ever. And of course I was banned from Instagram, which I thought was literally connected to Facebook, because they're one company now, Meta. They're all zucked up. But no, my Facebook is fine. They only took down my Instagram, and it was conveniently right after my TikTok with 120,000 plus followers got taken down as well. And people don't believe that number, like 120k. They don't believe I had almost like 10 million likes. That's not even a lot. Like, if you look at the platform, it's literally a machine with zero overhead that is cranking 24/7 nonstop 365. And that's what every social media thing is. And that's why they want to sell ad space and sell it all the time and cram it down your throat. Because there's no overhead and they can do it. So why wouldn't they? It's really the last forefront of colonization in the business world. That's why they want to start cramming VR left and right too, but I have a theory, just like Tesla's. It all comes back to the consumer at the end of the day, and if you don't make a good product, you're not going to last very long. Even in today's age, where you actually can make garbage and sell it to people, it won't work out for you in the end. I mean, look at Volkswagen with the whole diesel emission shabacle. There's been plenty of examples throughout history. You have to make a good product. Just the sad thing is, back in the day when like Toyota, Ford, when they were starting out, like, Henry Ford was still alive. Like, Yamahara Toyota, or whatever the hell his name was, like, that dude was still alive. Like, that, you could have a problem with your car and show up to a dealership, and the actual dude who, like, invented the Toyota, like, the motorcycle company, like, Henry Ford himself, if you went to a Ford dealership, like, could be there, potentially. And then his grandson, and then so forth. Like, they actually made sure, like, oh, we made this car, I wonder what, they don't know. What can break? Why? How often? It's not like they're out there testing it to millions and millions of miles. They're selling it to you. That's your job. Might be their job to fix it, but it is your car. Just like these pistons we have right here. It is my engine, but it is also a boat anchor. And I also kind of forgot that there was a purpose and a reason to why I took it out of the truck to begin with. Like, I'm not joking. I actually forgot that there was an end goal, a purpose, and something that we were trying to achieve. Like, I say we because us, as a people, I've put 30 plus grand in just my money, all invoiced out, you know, and people think that's a lot too. That's not a lot. It's literally nothing. That is a dust in the breeze, especially for other parts and other builds out there. Really nothing. I pulled it out in my driveway. I did everything in my driveway outside, in the cold, in the heat, day after day after day, sweating and crying, recording and bleeding and editing. And for what? For people to call me a wannabe whistling diesel? Is that my goal? Is that even what I set out to do? Maybe. Maybe not. No, it really wasn't. In all honesty, boys, it really wasn't. I mean, you can look at my videos, and honestly, Tesla stole my wheel idea. Whistling Diesel stole my limited destruction idea. I had a limited and a square body before he did. I was making YouTube videos before Elon was thinking about buying Twitter. I chopped up a steering wheel to make it literally look like the exact Tesla Model S wheel they came out with like the next year. But hey, only 5,000 people watched that happen, right? So, not like I'd have a case there, huh? Nobody could steal my ideas. Oh, wait a minute. They already are.